Hi Cancer, welcome to your 30th to the 5th of November 2023. So this is going to be general guidance messages for the week ahead. If you want the full moon reading, it is available for the next 48 hours. So this is on the back end of the weekend. There was a full moon in Taurus. It is profound. Okay, it talks about our security, our stability. It talks about relationships, potential relationships. So check it out. 48 hours of watching this video. If you watch it later in the week and the reading has been taken down, it is what it is, okay? So it's in the iDot, it's on deal. There's also specific questions available now. So a lot of people kind of wanted to ask their own questions. There's now a reading where you can send in the specific questions and etc. There's lots of different stuff on the website. Like the video and comment and check the links below. Okay, so general energy this week, please. General energy this week. All tied up. So this can be someone who is stressing out. Be careful, because again, on the back end of the Taurus full moon, Scorpio energy is here. There's just a lot of stress collectively. So there's us feeling stressed by our own circumstances, and then the field is kind of stressed, and you've got talks of world war, and like let's just get the guns and fucking be done with it, right? But seriously, there's a lot of just fear-mongering, there's a lot of just mad energy, there's just a lot of insane stuff taking place, and so you need to protect your energy. Some of you, again, what is tying you up? Because the Taurus full moon is about the foundations of our life, and sometimes it's the foundation of our life that is the prison that is creating the bad energy. So Taurus rules Venus, which is a love connection within, that can be creating a lot of suffocating energy. That's not how it's supposed to be, but a lot of people make bad choices in the modern day. So within these relationships that are toxic and stressful, within a job that's toxic, stressful. So what you need to do is use the full moon to be like, okay, what have I backed myself into? Where have I backed myself into the corner? And this is creating a lot of stress. Sometimes it's us. We're thinking about what we want to build. We want a relationship. We want a career. We want this, that, and the other. And so what we do is we build a lot of stress thinking about how we're going to get to that thing. So I feel like the message for you this week is do not create unnecessary stress, but be honest about the foundations of your life, because with the Scorpio is end and transition, changes. You got to make some changes when it comes to a relationship. This could be sexual frustration. So sometimes our energy can become really bad when we're not being touched, because humans are made for touch, we're made to fuck. So if we don't do this, then our energy can become mangled and distressed and aggressive and primal. Okay, so what else are we seeing, please? What else are we seeing this week? So we got man holding a heart and hostilities. So some of you are dealing with a man who's just drama. Okay, so this could be a man who, when you start asking about a commitment or anything like that, he starts to become hostile. This is someone who doesn't want a commitment, but this is someone who you're kind of all tied up over, and you're refusing to let this person go. You might be waiting for this guy to communicate, okay, about like the future, where it's going. This guy is always talking about money. I feel like for some of you, someone might not be coming to see you because they're constantly making excuses that they need to work or something like that. Okay, I feel like some of you are dealing with someone who they value money and career more than they value love. And I feel like this person gets triggered and reactive when you ask this person where it's going, etc. Happy family. I feel like for those who are in a relationship, and again, you've just got to be careful with tarot, because remember, you can't say that every man in a marriage or a relationship is cheating. But yeah, some of you, I feel like this is a person you're married to, it's a person you're committed to, and there's some issues going on, and part of you is wondering, and yes, it's possible that this man is basically flirting or seeing other women. This could be women in the community, could be women at work. I mean, this guy might have already told you this, because this guy's communicating. Some of yous, I feel like the man that you're in love with is in your job, so you'd have to see him every day. And some of yous, a big message for yous is, I feel like some of yous are kind of staying close to home, and I feel like you need to leave your comfort zone. So the frustration for you is that you want a family, you want connection, you want more balance in your life, but something is kind of restricting you. So this can be a person who's putting too much energy into the career, they never leave the house. You could be working from home. This is someone who's kind of prepping for the future, because you can see that we've got all this fruit. So I feel like this is somebody who is trying to build the future. The focus right now is on money, it's on career, but they're also starting to feel restricted. They're not seeing the family enough. They're not dating. So this can also be, see the way you've got financial constraints. So some of you right now, you need more balance in your life between your friends, your family, your career. I feel like some of you have got more than enough, but you were taught to fear as a child. So no matter how much you've got, you're always in fear. And that's just insane. But it's unconscious, and that's what the Scorpio energy is about. That's what the Taurus full moon is about. It's about the belief systems that we took on as a child, and this card has come up for a lot of people. So it's mad how people are living out from their unconscious parenting. So what their parents told them, what their school, they're living that out now. This can be where you want to build a family or you want to build success, but as a child you were told you were worthless, you were told money doesn't grow on trees and all that type of shit. I feel like some of you, when you were younger, you had a masculine, it was probably the father, and this guy spouted a lot of shit. Like, this man was very bitter about his own circumstances. So I think for the Cancer man and the Cancer woman, it's time to see what is your belief system and what is basically your father's, your mother's, toxic teachers, toxic lecturers, like just all the foundation that's created you. You know? The other side of the coin is, if you want a balanced life, then you have to balance your time between your career, you prepping for the future, you need to go and invest in your love life, you need to invest in your friends. Some of you are out here going, I've got no friends, I haven't got a love life yet, because everything is investment in this physical plane. Okay, so there's the singles read as well. If you're single and want me to look into that, there's all brand new readings in store, so check them out. But that's what I'm saying, like, some of you are single. Now some of you's money might be an issue and kind of just having to make ends meet right now as a single woman or a single man. But being in hostile mode, being in victim mode is not going to fix it. Being in productive, constructive mode is going to fix it. And the amount of us that have been sabotaging ourselves because of what our parents told us, because of their poverty consciousness. The amount of women who've learned to choose men who are toxic and destructive because of the kind of men that they grew up with, brothers, father, etc. Same as the men, you know, the men have learned to pick these toxic feminines because of what they grew up in. Maybe they were abused by the feminine, maybe they were neglected by the feminine. You need to look at your choices. Now, while they are your own, if you were really connected to yourself, would they be your choices? Probably not. They're coming from an unconscious place, and that's why the Taurus moon with the Scorpio energy, because by seeing how the foundations of our life have been built through our belief systems, through our unconscious training, we get to change it. I just look at people and they're miserable. They're miserable. You know? And they're fronting all the time. They're either using money, body, aggression. No. You know? It's like me. I mean, I just burnt my life to the ground for many, you know, and it's all necessary, but I'm saying, like, that's because I can see how that's happened, right? I gave to the wrong people. I've been too nice to the wrong people. I've just fucked up. You know, sometimes in life, that's what you need to do, Cancer. You need to stop being out here pretending you're winning and just be like, I fucked up. Did you? You know? And then just get your car and go the other way. And stop fucking driving your car into a wall or off a cliff. Because if you look at most people, that's what they're doing, right? They're in the car, right? And they're like, yes, how can I drive this off a fucking cliff? Right? You know, they're just on the path of self-destruction. You know? So that's what you need to look at. It's like, okay, right, I want to build. Some of yours, it's more about you're frustrated right now because you've got money problems and you need to establish how you're going to find the time and the energy and how you're going to, this can be being in a job where it's restrictive, so you'd have to work like 40-50 hours a week, so by the time you get to dating or by the time you get to the weekend you're just exhausted, you just haven't got the energy. Okay, so you need to change the job. You need to take ownership, right? Like, this is where we're at, right? The people who take ownership are going to be the people who win. The people who sit out here constantly moaning about the system, the job, the person, people, they're just going to lose. And that's it. Okay, so I feel like the message for you this week is basically, some of yours, the happiness, the abundance, the life that you want is out there, but the woman is too scared to go out there and to build the success and to build the relationship and connect and network, etc. Some of you, this is about your career. Maybe you see it as that everybody is about themselves, that they're just all out for themselves. But that's not true. There is a lot of people like that, but you're not going to get to the good ones without going through the bad ones. Same as dating. You're not going to meet the good guy without going through the dickheads. But some of you are ready to meet the good guy because you've already done the dickheads, and so you know what you don't want and you know what you do want. And that's it. Okay? So I feel like for you, it's like a lot of people are getting this, but I think it's because people are just done. They're done living hand to mouth. They're done in these superficial connections. Like, they really want to be in love. They really want safety, security to build for the future. But you've got to get up and make it happen, right? Okay, so what else are we seeing, please? What else are we seeing for Cancers this week? The star reversed, low vibration, low frequency. Some of you Cancers are dealing with an Aquarius, because Aquarius got this. So I think you're dealing with an Aquarius female or an Aquarius male who's low frequency. And that's what a lot of you need to do. I know the matrix is really becoming demonic and they're all around you, but what you need to do is refuse their frequency. Do not ask them for nothing. Okay, you will get people creeping around you, you'll get people creeping online, you'll get people trying to play games left, right and centre. That's all the matrix does, because they're bored. They're bored. You know? And so I feel like the message for you is I'm not saying go and fuck with these people. What I'm saying is raise your frequency. Be selective in your company. You know, as tests come your way, because they most surely will, ask yourself, do I need to engage in this? Do I need to respond to this? But things you do need to, go all the way. Okay? I feel like some of you are dealing with a neighbour. So some of you are dealing with some kind of, this could be someone who's playing music all the time. This is someone who's got all kinds of people in and out the house. This is someone who just brings danger around you. But some of you could be dealing with someone who's emotionally dangerous. But you know those type of people you get where basically they're just a problem for everybody. Like, they have no social awareness. They're not nice people. Their life's in the shitter, so they want everyone else's life there. And they live in some fantasy in the mind that they're a big gangster. So I'm kind of getting that. I'm getting someone who's, I hear poison. Okay, so foundations of our life can be the community we live in. It can be the house we live in. So where my family lives, there was a shooting the other day, and the guy got shot in the back and took himself to the hospital. And I was just like, this is the times that we live in, that even when you get shot in the back now, you take yourself to the hospital. I honestly, I've got no words, right? But seriously, the point I'm making is, some years there might be a metaphor there where a lot of people feel wounded, they feel betrayed, they feel alone, and they feel like even in those circumstances they have to like look after themselves. Then that's what you do. And that's what I'm saying, right? You've got a lot of dickheads now, and they're just feeding. It's like they just love drama, but you need to leave dickheads where they're at, because trust me now, what's coming for everybody, you need to be getting prepared, you need to be focused, you need to be doing the work, because these matrix are laughing now, but they're not going to be laughing soon. Okay? So I feel like for you, just like really, and some of you are causing your own pain, you're stabbing yourself in the back with your choices. You're refusing to cut certain people out. You've got toxic people, fake people. This could be some kind of job. And a lot of people are like, well, I can't do nothing about it. It's like, how many jobs are out there? How many suitors are out there? How many friends are out there? You can do something about it. It's just you refusing to, and it's coming from an unconscious place. It's coming from a fear-based place. It's when people see stuff going down and they should step in and say something, but the fear takes over. It's like, no, actually, you can be that person who's courageous and stands up. Okay? So, I feel like for some of you know what you want, and you need to stop with all the excess stress. Maybe kind of like, this is someone who gets off on triggering themselves. So this could be someone who's addicted to the stress response. The Star card reverse can also be all kinds of repressed energy that you haven't healed. And some of you are doing something in your day-to-day life that's really, really bad for your body. But I think just in general, just this whole system, the people, it's disgusting. It's enough to kill you. Like of a heart attack, it's disgusting. The way people act outside, the way they walk into you, they're becoming little cunts, they've got no manners. I was in a situation before, and they all thought they were going to come, and I was like, oh, today? We're okay. They soon shut the fuck up. It's just like, it's becoming just to live. Just to live is just like, people just feel the energy, the stress. But I don't think we should become like those people. I think we should be better. We've all got to live with each other. We've all got to accommodate each other to an extent, but we can still be better. And that's what I did before when these people attacked me, because that's exactly what it was. I tried to reason with them. I tried to negotiate, and then they carried on. So I was like, oh, do you want full war? Because we can have full war. No problem at all. But what I always do is I try to negotiate first out of a sign of respect. I want to show people respect. I don't want to just go on the attack and be big mouth. I want to give people respect. But then after that, no problem. I do groups and I do them well. So I want you to be courageous, because that's what this matrix is trying to do. It's trying to use a pack mentality. It's trying to use a group mentality as a way to beat you down. And it's like, fuck no. And not allowing people to stress you out and trigger you. But some of you are going to have to, I think it's a house you're living in, it's certain people around you. Sometimes the best thing you can do is, instead of trying to change that, get out. That's it. Instead of trying to change a person or change an environment or change a job, just get out. Because some places, a lot of them now, I'm not being mean, they're just toxic to the core. It's an early heart attack. Okay? So yeah, some of you, as though you're in a kind of low vibrational state, or something you're doing is kind of not good for your energy on a day-to-day basis. This is something you need to work on. And this full moon in Taurus, the Scorpio energy, it's coming for us. But I'm loving it. It's been making me go to the gym more, right? I've been doing more foam rolling. I've been more aggressive when necessary. And it is a time to be aggressive when necessary. I'm not saying be a bully, right? But if people want to test you, okay, sound? No? You know, and it's the same for us, right? If we're going out with a big attitude and we're kind of, if we get it back, well, you know what, you got what you were putting out back. Okay? So, but I feel like for cancers, because I had this experience with a cancer, so I've got another job, haven't I? And here's a good example, right? She's in love with a woman. The woman is getting married to a man. She's been running around this psychic network asking everybody about basically, you know, how does she feel? The woman is literally running away from her, right? Doesn't want nothing to do with it, isn't responding to messages, all of this, yeah? She comes on to me, she asked me, so I'm trying to tell her in a compassionate way, this is a cancer. There was another one who did this as well. And next minute she's like, well, thanks for not, and thanks for confusing me. And then in the review she put, this woman is a waste of time, she's got no clue what she's doing, I wouldn't waste me money. So I do think for some of you cancers, like, because you're not hearing what you want, you could becoming hostile towards people. Because people are not telling you lies, or they're not, that's what I'm getting. So some of you cancers normally is a kind of nice and loving and compassionate, but I'm kind of getting like a reactive energy, a twatty energy coming off yous. And I was just trying to help the woman. You know, and yes, she's put the review, but it's like all she's going to do is spend the rest of the next few months in delusion. The woman doesn't want nothing to do with you. She's literally ignoring your messages and she's running away from you because you're becoming a stalker. Get the message. And there was another one who did this as well. And it was cancer. And I always say to you, don't I, about how much I love cancers and like, but yeah, I've had a couple of them who come in and you can just see the delusion. They're just unhinged. And they just won't listen to counsel or reason or truth. So some of yous could be in this energy, it's not going to get you any, and it's just you retaliating on people, trying to ruin people, projecting on people. I mean, yeah, you'll get to leave your bad review, and then someone will come and do it to you. That's how the game works. So enjoy it. You know, I'm not happy about the review because it was bullshit, but at the end of the day, no worries, because you'll get it back too. You know, that's how the game works, right? So it's all about the foundations of your life. Okay? This is, for you, it's all about your future. It's all about wanting a relationship. It's all about building. Okay? But you're going to have to be honest about who you're building with. Similar to that woman. Like, the woman does not want you. She doesn't want you. These tossers who are out here always trying to create drama, covert, thinking they're all G. Does he? You're nothing but a twat. You look like a twat, you walk like a twat, and you talk like a twat. You know? So for some cancers, I feel like with you, because your moon energy, you could be absorbing a lot of people as well. But I think a lot of people in this matrix are like so bored that they just want attention at any cost. You know, like they need the feed. And that's why I think with you need to be selective about people you're spending your time with, friends, family. You need to get out of a certain house, out of a certain community, because it's just not good for your energy. What do you need to free yourself up from is the question. You know? And some of it is just this system. It's suffocating. It's like there's no privacy, there's no peace. It's just crazy, right? So it's getting out the system. That's the win. And that's what this could be. This could be a person who wants to go and live in a villa. They want to go and live in a new country. They want to build their own house. They want to live off-grid. Because the system and the cities are just too stressful. So this for you is about building a life on your own terms, but how much effort, how much honesty are you going to have so you can get it? And I know these cunts out here are disgusting. I know some of them are just vile. There's no words for them. What I dealt with before, I just looked them in the face and was like, really? And I'm going through real challenges, but I tell you what, if my life ends up like that at 50, I've failed, mate. Honestly. So, people are also showing you, look at people, look at how they're acting. Get it together, act right, be reasonable with people, negotiate with people, but if you've got to go to war, the thing with what's going on is you're really being given no choice. You know? Because they're just coming for you anyway. But a lot of it is to do with balancing your career, starting to connect with the people who matter more, building a community, you know, maybe love. So in other words, stop making excuses about love. It's time to start thinking about getting out there and putting energy and investment into love, because that's what's going to build a relationship. You know, people want what they're not working for. What are you talking about? They're so entitled. It's like, look at that cunt up there at the top. It's like, well, that cunt did the reps to get to the top. What have you done? Other than watch that cunt getting to the top. Exactly. Shut up and sit down. Stop boring me and boring yourself. Most people are so boring. You know, and they talk to her and I'm like, oh, it's like, I can't anymore with any of it. Right? So get around the inspired, right? Stop talking shit to yourself. Stop allowing other people to talk shit to you. Get clear and start doing the steps to get there, and watch what happens. It will happen. You know? And some of you cancers, like I said, that just came up. She just loved putting that review. And that's where we're getting to. It's like people have got so little power that they'll take any bit of power. That's how sad. Like it's getting sad. Well, I'll leave a review. Leave a review, dickhead. People will see who I am. And you'll still be sitting there in your sad little life in love with someone who's rejecting you, who's literally running away from you. I'm not being mean. You know that I'm compassionate. I love cancers, but yeah, I do think some of you cancer women are acting badly. You know, pursuing people who are with other people, pursuing people who are married. Like, what do you expect? And the nice girl act is not really going to do much for you when other women cotton onto this and they're like, isn't he married? Okay? So, some of you are not doing that. It's more just you need to balance out your energy. I feel like with you, you are really trying to provide security, stability for yourself, and you need to build a community, you need to network, you need people who can support you, you need balance. There's people out here who, like I said, who are super rich but they're fucking undone, and it's because they come from a lack of mentality even though they've got everything. You know, I said this to a millionaire the other day because he was taking the piss out of the poor, and I said, well, do you know what, mate? I said, for a rich man, you don't half seem bored. I mean, this guy can do anything, and all he's ever in is drama, and he just looks miserable. You're rich, you can do anything. So, you know, start getting serious about what you want. If you are in something where the person is married or committed or not being serious, you need to drop this person. That's what the Taurus full moon is about. It's about the illumination of relationships, of our security, of stability, and the Scorpio energy is about what needs to change, what needs to end, and also the unconscious mind. You know? But most people are just too busy in trivialities that they're just doing none of this work, and so they're just always in the conscious talking shit about nothing that matters. Okay, so be honest with yourself, because if you do and you start balancing out your energy and you do the hard stuff, and don't try to change other people. Unfortunately, some people are highly demonic and you'll get the short win, but they'll just lose in the end. There is a lot of people who are gloating, they're loving it, it's beneficial, but it's only a short game. When you dance with the devil, you get the contract, but it's a short win. You'll pay the high price. So don't worry about other people, right? Like I said, stay elevated, look at what you're doing. But some years I think you need to get certain energy away from you as well. Okay? Like people who have you making too many sacrifices, people who basically have got you breaking your back. Some years it's a Pisces man or just a masculine. It's not love. I feel like this is someone who's got deep issues, because the hangman can be someone who's like suicidal, or it's just someone who's got deep issues. Okay, I feel like this comes from his root. So again, in his past, he's got like a lot of stuff that he needs to heal and work through. This can be getting a side hustle if you're struggling financially, but I think the big message for you this week is balance. And projecting and bleeding your shit on other people and trying to ruin other people because you're not happy is not balance. And even if you get the short-term gratification of being, haha, you're gonna get the long-term backlash. Because I noticed that with her. She just loved it. And I was pissed off about it, but I thought, could be worse, I could be it. And I'm not being mean, I tried to be compassionate to this girl. I really did. But something I've noticed about Cancer women is, yeah, you can be quite nasty and spiteful when you want to be. You know, don't go asking for answers you're not ready for, then it's not my fault. You know. So, yeah, I think you just need to get out in nature, eat better foods, look at how you're reacting. Sometimes it's your moods, you can be broody, you can be reactive, you could be affecting other people, you might be too withdrawn, you might be too moody, too emotional. So I do think some of you cancers need to balance yourself out, but some of yous who are single, because I've got cancer friends, it's more to do with you're kind of trying to fix your security, keep the roof over your head. I feel like the message here is, yeah, but you need to having good things to look forward to, having things on the weekend, getting out with your friends, taking days out in the sun can really be helpful, and you can be more productive in your business. Okay, so sometimes we do too much and we stress ourselves out and it makes us unproductive, whereas if we balance our life out, we've got time for friends, we've got time for health, we've got time for this, we're actually more productive. Okay, so if you want a private, if you want to book in the full moon and Taurus reading, absolutely amazing. If you're struggling, want to speak to me, you've got the specific questions, have a great week and I'll speak to you soon.